Stephanie White, a seasoned coach with a keen eye for talent, was utterly taken aback. Forget drills or team practices, this was something different, something raw and intensely focused. Before her stood Caitlin Clark, the dazzling rookie sensation, and Lexie Hull, the quietly determined guard locked in an off-season training session that radiated commitment. Sweat glistened, sneakers squeaked, and the air crackled with their combined energy as they pushed each other to their physical and mental limits. News of this intense workout had already begun to ripple through fan communities, igniting a wildfire of anticipation for the 2025 WNBA season. Everyone knew the Indiana Fever were aiming high, but witnessing this level of dedication firsthand, Coach White saw something truly special brewing. What exactly was it about this private training session that left a coach who has seen it all absolutely stunned? And more importantly, could this dedicated, almost secretive grind be the very key to unlocking Lexie Hull's untapped potential, solidifying her role and earning her even more crucial minutes on the court as the Fever Chase Championship glory? Prepare to be surprised, because we're about to pull back the curtain and reveal the untold story of Clark Hull and the secret training that has the basketball world buzzing.
And I know I was undersized going against DB, and so trying to just be as active as I could, get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of that. Caitlin? Yeah. What we done? Oh, Lex.
The bond between Caitlin Clark and Lexie Hull had been a bright spot in the Indiana Fever's previous season, a clear on-court chemistry that fans adored. Yet, the off-season arrived, scattering players in different directions for rest and individual growth. Social media offered glimpses, playful jabs, and supportive comments traded between Clark and Hull, keeping the connection lightly visible. But for the most part, Caitlin Clark deliberately receded from the limelight. While headlines focused on other WNBA stars, Clark was putting in relentless work behind closed doors, meticulously refining her already formidable skills. Lexie Hull, in contrast, experienced the thrill of victory in the brand new unrivaled league, leading her Rose BC team to a championship title, a moment of pure triumph and validation. These contrasting off-seasons, Clark's quiet intensity versus Hull's public victory, served only to fuel their individual and collective drive. Now with the clock ticking down to the new campaign, the Indiana Fever roster is reconvening, players returning to the practice courts with a shared purpose. They aren't just aiming for a better win-loss record, the ambition is palpable. A deep, impactful playoff run in 2025 is the clear objective. This off-season preparation is undeniably significant, but the burning question remains: what specific elements of Clark and Hull's training resonated so deeply with Coach Stephanie White, prompting such an awestruck reaction?
They're out of open. Do you want to?
Yeah, look at that.
Bring in the goal.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Okay. Taste test. We got our golden mugs, tumblers. They're ginormous. All right, what did you get, Caitlin?
Your camera looks a bit dirty. I got the same thing as last time because it was good.
The growing anticipation surrounding the Indiana Fever's upcoming season isn't merely fan-driven hype. It's mirrored by the genuine excitement within the organization itself, starting from the top. Head coach Stephanie White, known for her analytical mind and measured demeanor, was anything but reserved in her assessment of Clark and Hull's progress. It wasn't a casual observation of improvement. She expressed being genuinely, profoundly stunned by what she witnessed in their training session. Her amazement wasn't limited to one aspect or skill. It encompassed the entirety of their approach, their intensity, and their evident synergy. When discussing their dynamic, Coach White didn't just use words like good or effective. She emphatically declared that the combination of Caitlin and Lexie was, in no uncertain terms, the best. She elaborated on the remarkable on-court understanding they had cultivated, highlighting the tangible progress from the season's start to its conclusion. White emphasized the visible growth in their teamwork, their intuitive passes, their seamless movements, a true testament to their developing basketball partnership. It's abundantly clear that their on-court connection is evolving into something truly special, a potent combination that could define the Fever's success. However, Coach White's admiration extends beyond their collaborative chemistry. It's also deeply rooted in their individual drive and intrinsic motivation.
All right, we are back with another weight room lift. Here we go. Oh, the girl is strong.
Lexie's wearing a stupid little outfit.
Cute! Yes, hit it. Hit it.
Do I look strong?
Yep, you do. Yeah. Break time. Bill. Bill. What?
Delving deeper into her assessment, Coach White pinpointed another critical attribute that elevates both Clark and Hull beyond mere talent: their exceptional coachability. She didn't just note their willingness to listen, she emphasized a profound desire to be coached, a proactive hunger for knowledge and refinement. This wasn't passive receptiveness, it was an active pursuit of growth, a characteristic shared by the legends of the game. White underscored their relentless hunger to learn, to absorb new strategies, to dissect their performances, and to constantly seek ways to improve. She highlighted their unique willingness to be challenged, to be pushed beyond the comfortable boundaries of their current abilities, recognizing this discomfort as essential for unlocking their full potential. This isn't simply about innate skill, it's about a deeply ingrained commitment to the process of improvement, a constant striving for excellence that sets them apart. And this dedication, this unwavering commitment to growth, hasn't gone unnoticed by the Fever faithful, with fan reactions to the training video erupting across social media platforms.
Now by Xander Lucini. Good length on the perimeter on Kalen. That is a tough pass.
Wow.
And somehow she got it in.
Man, the pass and the cut, and these are the type of...
The moment the training video showcasing Clark and Hull's intense session hit the internet, it ignited a wildfire of excitement amongst Indiana Fever fans. Social media platforms became a torrent of enthusiastic comments reflecting the soaring expectations for the rapidly approaching season. One fan, clearly impressed by Hull's dedication, playfully remarked, "Lexie is getting serious after her Florida vacation." Another, anticipating Hull's expanded offensive role, excitedly commented, "Been waiting for this to drop. If LH can confidently take the shot, she will be a force to be reckoned with, especially when coupled with her hustle." The collective imagination of the fanbase ran wild, with one commenter painting a vivid picture of offensive firepower. "Imagine CC, KM, LH banging in shots and making the fast break." Numerous comments specifically highlighted Caitlin Clark's legendary work ethic, with one admirer stating unequivocally, "That is why CC is on another level. I swear she lives in the gym." The overarching sentiment was one of overwhelming optimism and fervent anticipation, powerfully encapsulated by a fan's simple yet resounding declaration, "We are so back." However, this surge of fan enthusiasm, while exhilarating, also cast a long shadow of pressure. The question now hangs heavy in the air. Can Lexie Hull truly rise to meet these heightened expectations? Can she translate this visible, off-season dedication into consistent, high-impact performances when the lights are brightest and the season tips off?
Thank you. I would say that's kind of my role.
Respectful.
That's kind of, a reason that I'm out there is to try to make an impact defensively. And I know I was undersized going against DB. And so trying to be as active as I could, get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of that. Caitlin? Yeah. We're done.
While the early part of the previous season saw Lexie Hull navigating her role within a rapidly evolving team, the latter portion witnessed a significant and undeniable surge in her performance. As the season matured, Hull's contributions became increasingly impactful, steadily growing game by game. Simultaneously, the Indiana Fever as a cohesive unit found their rhythm, particularly after the mid-season Olympic break. This period marked a turning point, with the Fever stringing together crucial wins and ultimately securing a coveted playoff berth. Although Caitlin Clark's phenomenal talent often dominated the headlines during this impressive run, the contributions of Indiana's supporting cast and especially Lexie Hull became increasingly vital to their success. Hull's development was so pronounced, so demonstrably impactful that following a commanding victory against the Dallas Wings, Clark herself took the opportunity to publicly acknowledge and celebrate Hull's crucial role. In post-game interviews, Clark specifically praised Hull's tenacious defensive efforts and her increasingly reliable shooting accuracy, explicitly highlighting her importance to the team's overall strategy. Hull's teammates clearly recognize and value her contributions, but the question of her individual growth trajectory and experience outside the Fever system remains a significant part of her evolving story.
Drew Lloyd can't hit the jumper. Clark ends up with a rebound. Clark, what a pass! In stride! And Hull lays it in. Traffic finds Hull, lays it in.
Recognizing the importance of continued development and game experience, Lexie Hull strategically utilized the offseason to further hone her skills and expand her game. She made a significant move by joining the inaugural season of the Unrivaled League, signing with Rose Basketball Club. This decision proved to be an invaluable investment in her growth. The Unrivaled League provided her with consistent, high-level playing time against other WNBA caliber players, a crucial opportunity to refine her techniques and build confidence in a competitive environment. Over 14 games, Hull not only contributed solid statistical numbers, but more importantly, experienced the pressure and exhilaration of a championship run, culminating in Rose BC clinching the inaugural Unrivaled title. Her coach in the league specifically singled out her contributions that often go unnoticed in traditional box scores. Her defensive intensity, her smart rotations, her intangible impact on team morale. This unrivaled experience wasn't just about accumulating minutes, it was about solidifying her skills, reinforcing her value as a versatile player, and crucially, further developing her defensive capabilities. In a Fever lineup boasting high-scoring dynamos like Clark and Boston, Hull's defensive prowess becomes an increasingly vital asset, particularly on the perimeter where defensive solidity is paramount. Considering all of these positive developments and experiences, the question inevitably arises, where exactly does Lexie Hull strategically fit within the Indiana Fever's evolving roster as they gear up for the challenges of the new season?
Get down on the net, feeding Hull. 4 straight points for Lexie Hull.
Hull is just on the move.
Hull a league low 4.5 minutes per game through week 1. Getting the call early in the first for Rose.
The Indiana Fever organization has made it abundantly clear that their sights are set on a deeper playoff push in 2025, evidenced by proactive off-season roster moves. The team has strategically acquired veteran talent, injecting experience and leadership into the youthful core, resulting in a significant roster shakeup. Lexie Hull herself has publicly expressed genuine enthusiasm for these changes, voicing her positive initial impressions of the new additions and particularly of the incoming head coach Stephanie White. Hull, alongside fellow rising stars like Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, now finds herself in a unique position poised to learn directly from seasoned veterans, creating a compelling blend of youthful energy and experienced guidance. However, with a demonstrably more stacked and competitive lineup, the critical question of roster balance and individual roles comes into sharp focus. Where precisely does Lexie Hull fit into this newly constructed Indiana Fever squad? Will her proven defensive tenacity and her recent championship experience in the Unrivaled League automatically secure her an indispensable role within the team's rotation? Or conversely, will she be compelled to fiercely compete for playing time, battling for minutes within a more crowded and talent-rich rotation? While she may not always be the flashiest or most headline-grabbing player on the Fever roster, Lexie Hull's consistent, unwavering effort, her tenacious defensive energy, and her ability to stretch the floor with her reliable shooting could ultimately prove absolutely crucial to the Indiana Fever's aspirations for sustained success.
So fans got their wish, and Lexie Hull got more run for Rose BC in Unrivaled. And it worked out well for them. Lexie played extraordinarily well, very well, does the things that she does well, did the things that she does well, and helped them get a win. And she got Rose recognition as a result. She was the Rose of the game. And, you know, Lexie does the things that don't show up in the box score, which was pointed out by the coach after the game, actually.
While Lexie Hull's statistics might not always scream superstar, basketball insiders and astute observers recognize the profound impact she has beyond the raw numbers. She's not just a shooter, she's a smart shooter, possessing excellent shot selection and understanding spacing to maximize offensive flow. Her off-ball movement is subtle, yet effective, constantly relocating to open passing lanes and creating opportunities for her teammates, especially for a playmaker like Caitlin Clark. Defensively, her impact goes beyond steals and blocks. Hull is a tenacious on-ball defender, known for her relentless pressure and ability to disrupt opposing offenses. Her high basketball IQ allows her to anticipate passes, jump into passing lanes, and force turnovers through sheer hustle and smart positioning. This is precisely where Stephanie White's coaching acumen comes into play. A coach known for her strategic depth and ability to maximize player strengths, White likely recognizes Hull's multifaceted skill set as a vital component for the Fever's overall success. White's vision for the team likely involves leveraging Hull's defensive intensity to complement the offensive firepower of Clark and Boston, creating a more balanced and versatile team capable of competing against the WNBA's elite. Hull might become the crucial glue player, connecting the offensive and defensive ends and enabling the Fever to operate at peak efficiency.
Ugh. That was great. She had a great night, but that was a great moment. Definitely was going off, and it's, for me, the best part about playing. And I feel like in that moment, I definitely frustrated her, so.
And I just wish people would enjoy what we're seeing here. Nice block, Lexie Hull.
Yeah, people think Lexie Hull is like, just a shooter in the corner.
Despite all the positive momentum and rising expectations, Lexie Hull still faces tangible challenges as she heads into the 2025 WNBA season. Increased competition for minutes within a revamped Fever roster means she will need to consistently prove her value in every practice and game. The WNBA is a league of constant adaptation, and Hull will need to continue expanding her offensive repertoire, perhaps developing her ball handling skills and creating her own shot more frequently to become an even more dynamic offensive threat. Defensively, she'll face tougher assignments against increasingly skilled opponents, requiring continuous refinement of her techniques and tactical awareness. However, Hull's demonstrated work ethic, her unwavering commitment to improvement, and her proven ability to rise to the occasion suggest that she is well equipped to overcome these challenges. Her journey so far points towards a trajectory of consistent growth, hinting at the potential to evolve from a valuable role player into a true difference maker in the WNBA. The 2025 season could be a pivotal year for Lexie Hull, a chance to solidify her place as not just a key contributor to the Indiana Fever, but as a rising star in the league with a long and impactful career ahead of her.
Well, first and foremost, it's home. I mean, this is a franchise in the Indiana Fever, Indiana Pacers that's in my DNA. Grew up in Indiana, played in Indiana, played with the franchise, of course, a part of the franchise.
Lexie Hull's journey epitomizes the power of dedication, consistent hard work, and an unwavering commitment to self-improvement. From her quietly impactful late-season performances to her championship-winning experience in the unrivaled league, she has undeniably positioned herself to play a significant, potentially pivotal role for the Indiana Fever. Coach Stephanie White's genuinely stunned reaction to witnessing her training session alongside Caitlin Clark serves as a powerful validation of their combined potential and the burgeoning high expectations surrounding this revitalized team. Coach White, returning to her Indiana roots, is visibly energized and determined to leverage this exciting blend of youthful talent and veteran experience with the clear aim of guiding the Fever franchise to their second WNBA championship title. With a dynamic roster featuring rising stars, seasoned veterans, and a coach with a championship pedigree at the helm, the Indiana Fever are unequivocally a team to watch with intense interest throughout the 2025 WNBA season. But as the season approaches and anticipation reaches fever pitch, the ultimate overarching question remains: will all of these promising pieces coalesce effectively? And most importantly, will the Indiana Fever successfully realize their championship dreams in the highly competitive landscape of the 2025 WNBA season?